The Sukha Dukkhatmaka Samsara is the projection of the mind. This was demonstrated how in sleep mind doesn't function and there is no samsara. In the waking and the dream, when the mind functions, there is Sukha Dukkhatmaka Samsara. And this same mind is the cause of both bondage and liberation. You may wonder how one and the same thing becomes the cause of both samsara bandhana, bondage, and moksha, liberation. How? An illustration was given. What is that? Vayuna niyate megha. The wind brings the clouds, scatters the clouds. Who does it? One and the same wind. Like this. Bondage is brought by who? Mind. And bondage is taken away also by the mind. Further, how exactly mind does so? Ashuddha mind binds. Shuddha mind releases. So, that means mind having created asakti, priti, attachment in deha, mana, buddhi, vishaya, it binds. Same mind having created vairasyam. What is vairasyam? Vairagya, having created the vairagya, it makes free from the body. What aspect in the mind to bind and what to release? You say, what was told, that is malinam rajogunaha. This impure rajoguna creates desires, etc. And what does it do? It binds. Whereas Shuddham Virajastamaskam, mind which is pure, free from Rajoguna, Tamoguna, predominantly Sattva-guna, that is the one which releases, which is the one which gives, confers liberation. Now, that to gain moksha, what we have to accomplish? Manashuddhi. Why? Shuddha mana frees us from bondage, Ashuddha mana binds us, and therefore to gain moksha, liberation, we have to accomplish what? The Shuddha mana. So, how that Shuddha mana can be gained? What you mean by Shuddha mana? Is this Anvaya we already seen? Viveka Vairagya Gunatireka. Not even.
Anvaya. Viveka Vairagya Gunatireka Shuddhatvam Asadya Manaha Vimukyai Bhavati.
Add hetuhu. Vimukyai, add hetuhu, continue bhavati.
Ataha buddhimataha mumukshoho agre tapyam durabhyam bhavitavyam. Again, viveka vairagya gunatirekat Shuddhatvam asadya manaha vimukyai hetoho vyade bhavati. Ataha buddhimataha mumukshoho agre tapyam durabhyam bhavitavyam.
This is how Shuddha mana becomes the means for liberation. Viveka Vairagya Gunatireka. Atireka. You know Atireka means? Generally Atireka means excessiveness. Too much of this thing. Here it means predominance. Atireka. Generally said, no, don't do Atireka. Don't go too far. So like that. So be within the bounds, limits. But here, Atireka means because of predominance. Predominance of what? These two gunas. So, what are those gunas? Features, Viveka Vairagya. Viveka Vairagya. And even what is the relation between them? Viveka leads to Vairagya. Vairagya without Viveka is suppression. Yes, suppression is not desirable because you are not inquiring. If was based on sound inquiry, vairagya, is there, it is not suppression, it is the maturity of the mind. A child is interested in many paltry things. When it grows up, parama vairagya, tops, etc., no? Toys, etc. Of course, some other toys it will, some other thing it will be interested. But oh, the childhood toys, no more attracted. Why? It has grown. That's all. Vairagya is a growth in terms of viveka. That's why Shastra is very clear to say viveka, vairagya, both have got together. Not simply said as what? Vairagya. Because mind always wants happiness and freedom from sorrow. If the mind has discovered that this thing, though gives me joy in the beginning, makes me suffer in the long run, which mind is going to run after it? No force can make the mind go after that. So therefore, the key for vairagya is in vivek. So that is what vivek. Viveka vairagya gunatireka because shuddhatvam asadhya. Asadhya means prapya. Having gained purity. Purity of what? Manasaha shuddhatvam asadhya. Having gained the purity of the mind. Come on, tell me now, what you exactly mean by purity of the mind? What means in common words? Said by viveka vairagya, having accomplished the purity of the mind. What is that purity now? Mind not being under the sway of desire. Mind not being overpowered by desire. Tikakara says, Kamanupahatehe eva shuddhi shabdaka. Kamanupahatihi, kamaihi anupahatihi, not being oppressed by desire, not being, that is what, the overpowered by desire. When it is possible? Viveka vairagya must be there. See, viveka vairagya is accomplished. Mind automatically turns its back on paltry sense enjoyment. That is what it is. And that mind is now available to gain the knowledge. Why? To gain the knowledge, what is necessary? It's mind conforming to Atma Sarupa. A mind devoid of Viveka Vairagya automatically gets preoccupied in Bhogya Kamya Vishaya. A mind engrossed in Kamya Vishaya cannot discover that frame to directly cognize the Atma Sarupa. See the interrelation there. It appears there. Shastra doesn't want us to deny whatever little joy we can get. It says, my dear, it is not that. And in spite of that, if you say that you get some enjoyment from sense object, do you know? It is because of Atma. It is because of Atma. Why because of Atma? Because you had desire, you got the desired object, you indulge in the desired object, you have got some frame of mind, there is, you know what is that? Look, at that time you have no desire. That's where it is discussed. You fulfilled your desire, that bhoga, at that time, you are free from desire, temporarily. And that freedom from desire itself is what? Ananda. So even Vishaya Bhoga give Ananda because of our concept that this will make me happy, and because of that Bhoga temporarily has removed that desire. Happy. How long? Depends. It depends. It depends on the Bhoga it depends on the individual. If it is eating, 2-3 hours. It is eating 2-3 hours. So like that. If it is pickles, how many? Before this you will feel thirsty. So other things will start. So that is the rest. So therefore, Viveka Vairagya Gunatireka Shuddhastam Asadya. Mind, having got the purity, means freedom from desire. Asadya. Manaha, what happens to the mind? Vimuktyai hetuhu bhavati. Hetu means, cause means. The mind becomes the means to gain moksha, atma sakshatkar. Ataha, therefore. What is that therefore? Come and tell me. Mind which has got intense viveka vairagya is the means to gain the moksha. Therefore, ataha buddhimataha mumukshoho. What a mumukshu who is buddhiman means viveki. What he should do? Now you decide whether you want to be buddhiman or buddhuman. Like children know, goodbye. That boy also says, I am good boy. Now you decide whether you want to be a good boy or a girl. So he says, so like that buddhimata. Shankaracharya also induces some psychology based on the psychology of the individual. Buddhimataha mumukshu. Because he knows vairagya means automatic aversion is that buddhimataha mumukshu. An intelligent viveki, an intelligent mumukshu, a viveki mumukshu, buddhi mumukshu, tab agre. Agre means at first. Pursuit is yet to continue. First, in the very beginning, agre, tahabhyam, dhidabhyam, bhavitavyam is a phrase means one should acquire those two things. How? Dhida means firm, deeply rooted. What are those two? Viveka. I hope Shankaracharya knew psychotherapy. This is what is that. Why Krishna? Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagena cha griyate. Vairagya. So he has added further because it is a little higher level. Because he speaks at the dhyana level. Here still at the jnana level. There he speaks of jnana nishtha, for which dhyana yasukha. Here means to gain the jnana. Abhyasa is Abhyasa is yet to come. Abhyasa is yet to come. See, because Atmanatma Vichara, see, this is the topic of Atmanatma Vichara is continuing as such. It is continuing as such. So therefore, says, agree, first, says you will find, first lesson of Vedanta to your utter annoyance is sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, in that viveka. Because see, all wrong notions come because we don't know the nature of the pursuit and the goal. For moksha, what is the sadhana? Jnana. For jnana, what is the sadhana? This Shuddha Mana. For Shuddha Mana, what is the sadhana? Understood? There is no exaggeration. That is where what is there is what? Necessity. Without the means, how can you gain the end as well? So that is it. All gadbad happens because the nature of moksha is not known, and because nature of moksha is not known, nature of jnana is not known. If the nature of vijnana, atma jnana, for which you should also know the nature of ordinary jnana, vishaya jnana, because there is some similarity in the modus operandi of gaining the process of jnana, with slight difference at the end. Otherwise, process is same as such. So, because this process as to how the jnana, vishaya jnana to begin with, atma jnana at the end is not gained, so all these problems start. So, that is it. Please look. Sadhana Chaturshya Sampatti Viveka Vairagya, Adi Shankaracharya is not giving from his pocket. This is the sum and substance of all the Upanishads. Of course, these words may not have been directly used, but they mean it, and that is who gave the Upanishad? Vedas. Who gave the Vedas? Ishwar. At least that Shraddha must be there. That Shraddha. This is not cock and bull thing, just to flout like that only. And if you flout Shastra, God save you. Okay, only God save you. He pray for you as well, because that is the basis. Veda is the basis. There is a buddhi munuksho tabhyam dhidabhyam agre bhavitamyam. Tabhyam dhidabhyam bhavitam means at the agre, in the beginning, these two have to be accomplished. How? Dhida means dhida, says the Tikakara says that dhidabhyam means ashitilabhyam. You know what is ashitilabhyam? Not shaky vairagya and shaky viveka. You know shaky? Appears. I think I have got vairagya. I think I have got vairagya. No, for certain you have not. That's all. That's why it makes you think. When you say I think, what does it mean? You are not sure. I think you are not sure about it. It should be clear like daylight. Because that much attraction should not be there. Why attraction should not be there? Some people say, hey, he is a great Vairagi. He prays. Ask him, what I have given up is rubbish. What greatness is there? In giving up rubbish means not don't take literally as such, that which has no capacity to give happiness, that which has got all potentialities to give sorrow, if such a thing is given up, is something greatness. If you don't give up, foolishness. That is that. If you don't give up, so you are just immature. In giving up, there is no greatness at all. Suppose something filthy is that. No, you know what is that? In the wardrobe, there was a dead rat. Now, Musibat, he was a servant in Lord. Then what you have to do? Get hold of a thick paper, and then what? Hold the tape, so close the doors, and throw in the name of God. Afterwards you have to fumigate, etc. That is that. What a great Vairagi. Can you say, he is a Vairagi? He wanted of the nation. So something rubbish as such. So that is so therefore that's why what is necessary is Viveka. What is necessary is Viveka. So the agre bhavitam means all that is there. So that is Shuddha mind is a mind not overpowered by the desire. by Dhrida Viveka Vairagya, one has to get rid of the desire. That mind becomes a means to gain the Atma Jnana. Atma Jnana gain moksha. Therefore, the mind which is Shuddha in nature, which is not overpowered or not under the sway of desire, is the means to moksha. Now, a word of caution. Suppose in the road circle, sharp curves, drive slowly. Now here, Shankaracharya puts one no entry board. He puts one no entry board. Let us see. What is that no entry board?
Mano nama mahavyagraha Vishayaranya bhumishu Charasyatra na gachantu Sadhavo ye mumukshavaha Advaya Manaha Nama Mahavyagraha Vishayaranya bhumishu Charati Sadhavaha Ye mumukshavaha Atra na gachantu. Again, Manaha nama mahavyagraha Vishayaranya bhumishu charati Sadhavaha ye mumukshavaha atra na gachantu.
Mano nama mahavyagraha. This mind is compared to a big tiger. Suppose some that tiger is there. What they call? Free forest? Huh? That is bird sanctuary. No. Abhayaranya. Abhayaranya means you are not supposed to hunt. Abhayaranya means you are not supposed to hunt. So because it is meant for whom? Wild. Because wild animals also must be there. They have to be at their own places. Now I say, this mind is a big tiger. Tigers, where they are supposed to be? Forest. Need not be Abhayaranya, they are supposed to be in forest. Now, we are supposed to know that forest is the dwelling place of who? Tigers. If you want to take care safety of yours, what you should do? You should not go to the forest, because danger is there. So therefore, precaution, is it not? Like that, we say, this mind, this big tiger called mind. Mind is compared to a big tiger, and it is roaming in thick forest. You know what is the thick forest? Vishayaranya bhumishu. In the forest of Vishayaranya. So now, where a big tiger is roaming, if we go, what will happen? Finished, is it not? Like that we say, be careful. The nature of the very mind is to roam, wander in where? Vishayaranya. So therefore, he says, ye sadhavaha mumukshavaha mano nama mahavyagraha Vishayaranya bhumishu charati means wanders. Therefore, those people, those who are sadhavaha, sadhus, here sadhus means not sannyasis only as such, those who are satpurushaha. Who are satpurushaha? those who those who conduct themselves in accordance with the Dharma Shastra. Sadhu, this sadhu word is for even for a grahastha. A grahastha also, whether grahastha, brahmachari, vanaprastha or sannyasi, who conducts oneself strictly in accordance with the Shastra, he is called as a sadhu. So, sannyasis are called sadhus because minimum thing expected of sannyasi is this one. Even if they don't have Atma Jnana, doesn't matter, but minimum thing, this is what is expected of them. So that's why they are called sadhus. So that is it. So that is sadhavaha ye mumukshavaha. Mumukshu. Not simply sadhus, because one person may live in Yagar Shastra, but he has no mumuksha. But mumuksha, he says, na gachanto. Please don't go there. What does it? It is a figurative expression. You know what does it mean? Don't allow your mind to wander in Vishayaranya Bhumi. It is like a tiger, it will finish you. You mean so the individual. It is finished with the individual. See, this is what no entry board by put by Shankaracharya. Earlier, in stanza 169, it was told, Nahi asti avidya manasotirikta. I hope you know the context. Manomaya Kosha was being discussed at that time. It is what? It is avidya only as such at the functional level. Avidya of the function. Nahi asti avidya manasaha atirikta. Other than the mind, there is no avidya in the sense. See, look, actually, avidya, ignorance of Atma Sarupa is the cause of the mind. But avidya functions at the level of the mind. Therefore, from practical purpose, is what is done is what? Mind is equated to avidya. And it was told, there is nothing called mind, there is nothing called avidya other than the mind. So this is now going to be demonstrated, deduced by pointing out the binding factor of the mind. How mind is binding in nature, that is being now pointed out.
Manah prasute vishayana sheshan sthulatmana sukshmataya cha bhoksuhu sharira varna shrama jati veda kriya hetu palani nityam advaya manaha nityam bhoktu sthulatmana sukshmataya cha asheshan विषयान प्रसूदे शरीर वर्णाश्रम जाति भेदान गुण क्रिया हेतु फलानि एड च प्रसूदे. अगेन मनः नित्यं भोक्तु स्थूलात्मना सूक्ष्मतया च अशेषान् विषयान् प्रसूते शरीर वर्णाश्रम जाति भेदान् गुण क्रिया हेतु फलानि च प्रसूते.
This is what mind creates, produces, projects. Creates means, produces means projects. All these things which are binding in nature are projections of the mind. Manaha, this mind, nityam, always, bhoktuhu, for the sake of bhokta, is that bhokta? Jiva, who undergoes the experience of bhoga of sukha dukkhatmaka samsara. Bhoktuhu is what all is asheshan vishayan prasute. Asheshan means without any exception, without any baki, vishayan, sense object, produces. It produces. When, how, what type of vishayan? Sthulatmana sukshmataya cha. Sthulatmana sukshmataya cha. Vishaya in the gross form and also in the subtle form. What is this? Gross form Vishayas and subtle form Vishayas. In the waking state, Vishayas in the gross form are projected by who? Mind. In the dream state, Vishayas which are subtle in nature, without corresponding gross objects in the world, are also projected by who? Mind. One thing we can agree. In the dream, Vishayas are exclusively projected by who? Mind we can accept. But do you accept that in the waking, sense objects Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha are produced by mind? Are they not the part and parcel of public creation created by Ishvara? Yes or no? Jagat is whose creation, including your mind? Ishvara's creation. How do you say mind project? Yes. Public creation created by Ishvara, accepted. But that is a means of happiness or sorrow. Who has created? Mind. It is the mind. It is the values that you say. Otherwise, how many objects are there? Now Diwali. Now you go in the market, all displayed. A Swami goes, who has nothing in the pocket, not even the pocket. Parama Vairagi. They have no values. But a lady goes. She's already kept. She has, after quarreling with the husband, he said, how many saris do you want? Just now for Dasra, so many saris, so much of sona. That is that. And not even a fortnight has passed, etc. How many saris do you want, etc. Nothing doing. I want it. Otherwise, credit card is there. So, therefore, that is that. It depends. It's not there. So that is all. So many things. Again, varieties of things are displayed. But a given individual will not go to all. He has got value for only few things. Suppose a boy of 12 years goes, crackers, firecrackers, fireworks, etc. He is interested. Along with that, his father is that, who is 45. Parama Vairagi, as far as the crackers are concerned, etc. But the mother is that, sari shop. So like that, they don't have anything. It depends. So therefore, public creation is the same, but what hooks the individual to the object is value. That value structure. Otherwise, nothing. The world cannot bind at all. It is, that many times I have seen this, that in a flood, a bear was getting drifted away. And this poor fellow, he saw that woolen nature of the back because it is already, the face etc. is in the water and floating. He thought a blanket is floating and he knew swimming, jumped in that and hugged the blanket. And that blanket also hugged him. So what is that blanket? Bag. Who invited trouble? That value. What is that? Oh, a Fukat blanket milta hai. I can get it because I know swimming. So that is it. Otherwise, poor fellow, he is in the danger of life. That fellow is getting drifted away as well. So that is how it is. It is our value that makes the public objects and beings in the world as what? Private Vishaya. So who projects now? That is one thing. If you go a step further, entire world including the body is projection of mind. In fact, we are doing this in the Yoga Vasishta in the morning as well. So Vasishta gives the cause of samsara. The cause of samsara. First he says Shariram. What is the cause of Shariram? Chittam. What is the cause of Chittam? Pranaspandana Vasana. What is the cause of Pranaspandana Vasana? Samvedya or Drishya. What is the cause of Samvedya or Drishya? Samvit means Chidabhasa in the Vishayakara Antakarana Vritti. What is the cause of Samvit? Sanmatram. Sanmatram means what? Chaitanya Matram. Chaitanya Matram. Make your mind abide in Chaitanya Matram. No samsara at all. No samsara at all. So in a way, it is a very, in fact, in Yoga Vasishta, at length it is explained that how this what is that? Jagat is projection of the mind. That is what is called as Aindava Akhyana. Aindava means Indu is the name of a Brahmana. Hindu generally for girls name is given Mr. Hindu. I don't know how. Hindu is who? Moon. Moon is not feminine. Moon is not feminine. Anyway, that is what, but that is given. So that's why Hindus, I think 10 sons were there. They are called Aindavaha. And the father was so dear to them, etc. Father in mature age died, all got so grief-stricken. The eldest brother, he gathered together and said, look, this is not the time to grieve, etc. We should accomplish something. And they did tapas. And they did tapas to such an extent, such a elaborate, they could create the Srishti. What is that? Everything is what? Projection. Finally it is proved, it is nothing but the projection of the mind. Entire world is projection of the mind. See, just as our private world is a projection of mind, public world is projection of who? Hiranyagarbha, Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha through the internet. Ishvara through Hiranyagarbha. So that is that. But let us not go to that part. That is not the subject here in the Viveka Chudamani. So that's a gross. Objects are projected by who? Mind. Subtle, of course, because we do know there is no corresponding gross object there. सूक्ष्मतया च अशेषान् विषयान् मनः प्रसूति. The mind projects. Asheshan means without an exception all the Vishayas. The question is, what are those Vishayas? What are those sense objects? Second line says, namely, Sharira, body, Varna, Chaturvarna, Ashrama, 4 stages of life, Jati, different types of species, Bheda. Now you may say, Varnashrama is given by who? Shastra. No doubt Shastra is given. Finally it is at what level? Manasika level only. Jati, Bheda. Not only that, says further, Guna. That is, what Guna? Guna here stands for Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa. Kriya, various types of activities. Hetu, the different types of means to accomplish different types of ends. Phala, results of such actions or the taking to the means. All the Nityam cha prasuti. All this is the projection of who? Mind. It is the projection of the mind. Thus, this mind becomes the cause of sorrow by creating bondage. Bandha dwara. Those who chant Sukta Gandha Dwara Dhuradharsha. So this is Bandha Dwara. Through the means of bondage, this same mind becomes the cause of our sorrow. Let us see.
Asanga Chidrupamamum Vimoya Dehendriya Prana Gunayatibhasya Aham Mameti Pramayasya Jasram Manasvakrutyeshu Palokabhuktishu Anvaya Manaha Asangachit Rupam Amum Aham Mama Iti Vimoya Dehendriya Prana Gunaihi Nibadhya Svakrutyeshu Palopabhuktishu Ajasram Ramayati. Again, Manaha Asangachit Rupam Amum Aham Mama Iti Vimoya Dehendriya Prana Gunaihi Nibadhya Svakrutyeshu Palopabhuktishu Ajasram Ramayati.
Of course, that mind becomes a means for sorrow through bondage will come in the next stanza. Here, how mind binds. How mind binds is told in this 178. In 179, so that is through the bondage, mind becomes the source of sorrow in this. Manaha, what does it do? Asanga chidrupam amum vimohya. Amum, this one. You know who is that this one? Atmanam. This Atma. What is the nature of Atma? Asanga chidrupam. Asanga Chidrupa. Chidrupa. What is Chidrupa? Chaitanya Swarupa. What type of Chaitanya Swarupa? Asanga. Sanga Rahita. Totally unconnected to everything. What happens if connection is there? Connection means starts all features of one that means get superimposed on the other. For example, there is a boy, there is a girl. Asanga. They got married. What happens? Sangha. Because now it is of course, it's an institution. It's a marriage system. But now no more a Sangha. If she gets headache, this fellow, this thing, and if something happens to him, this wife, no more a boy and no more a girl, husband and wife, Sangha, connection has come. So now a Sangha, unconnected. But there, here by nature it is a Sangha. Like that water drops on the lotus leaf. Have you seen? Water drops on the lotus leaf. Asanga. You immerse the lotus leaf in the water and remove. Totally dry asanga. Because something is there. Something is there on the surface of the lotus thing. Asanga. Nalini dalagata jalamati tararam. That is chapalam. But it is asanga also. Another say. So that's why among this Atma, with that asanga, not connected means what? Not connected to sorrows also. Not connected to that adverse feature also. That's all. Amum asanga chidrupam. You know what does mind do? Vimuya. Literally vimuya means having deluded. What do you mean by having deluded? Having made incapable of knowing the Swarupa. Having made the Asanga Chidrupa know its Vastava Swarupa. Vastava Swarupa means what? True nature. What is the true nature of the Asanga Chid Atma? Janma Marana Rahita Chaitanya Rupa Paramananda Swarupa Samsara Rahita. But what is our experience? Right opposite. Who had done this? Manaha. This is done by who? Manaha. So therefore I say Vimohya. Vimohya means Vastava Swarupam Jnatum Asamartham Kritva. Vastava Swarupam Jnatum Asamartham Kritva. Having made incapable of knowing its true nature. Then what is that? Dehendriya prana gunaihi nibadhya. Having bound by Deha, Indriya, Prana, all these things. How nibadhya? Aham mameti. Deha, Indriya, Prana, etc. Aham, I, Mama, belonging to me. What has happened? Asanga has become Sasanga now. When body, Indriya, Prana are taken as I, whatever happens there, happens where? In Atma. Whatever their features appear to be the features of Atma. See, a bird sitting on the branch of a tree, a storm came, the branch is swinging, And bird also is swinging. All that bird has to do is fly off. Let the branch not only swing, let it get broken also. Bird has nothing to do. So this Atma bird perching on Sharira Vriksha, Mundaka, Sharira Vriksha. One more bird is also there, with that Ishvara bird. That is Alak Niranjan, Asanga. But this fellow is Satanga and gets the samsara. Because what is that? So what is that? Aham mameti Dehendra Prana Gulen Nibadhya. Nibadhya means identifying with the Deha Mana Indriya Prana, again taking their features as one soul feature. Nibadhya. Swakrityeshu phalopa bhuktishu ajasram brahmayati. Mind, what does it do? Makes this individual roam around in different embodiments which are the products of his own karmas. Swakrityeshu phalopa bhuktishu. That is, in one's own karma means karma phala. As a result of phala. They say it is elsewhere said, Kurvate karma bhogaya karma kartum cha bhunjate. Karmas are done for the sake of what? Bhoga. Bhogas are done for the sake of doing karma again. Chakra continues. Do to enjoy, enjoy to do. Hold on. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare sharanam. Well, who does all these things? Manaha. To whom? Asanga chidrupam amum. This Atma who has no connection whatsoever with all this. So Ajasram means what? Continuously, satatam, non-stop. So Brahmayati. Whom Brahmayati? Asanga chidrupa amam atmanam Brahmayati. What is Brahmayati? Takes to higher and lower embodiment. Urdhvam adhascha nayati. Takes up and down. What is up and down? In higher and lower embodiment. Whose handiwork? Mana. It is the handiwork of who? Mana. This is how mind binds, and through bondage it becomes the source of sorrow. If the same mind develops vairasyam, it becomes the source of what? Moksha. Total freedom from